Hello EWBSA family, I am Velelo X, an alumni of a technical high school where I actually did electrical engineering. In varsity, I opted for agricultural sciences and I currently hold an MSc in agricultural sciences. The early parts of my career have been in the NGO sector, working around program design, program management, monitoring and evaluation, reporting to donors and ensuring that the activities of our day-to-day meet the objectives of the donors that we were being funded by. I then worked for the ADA, where the work was really around infrastructure development for farmers and ensuring that they are able to meet their farming objectives. I moved on to the financial services industry, started at Standard Bank, and now I am at African Bank, designing credit products for our business banking colleagues that will then be used to service our SMME market that we're targeting. The key elements in improving M&E in a non-profit organization really start with understanding the change that we want to make. What's the impact that we want to see, and working then our way back. Understanding the resources that we have, those are the inputs. Understanding how we organize those inputs into activities that will eventually meet the change that we want to make. The next step is being clear on the immediate outputs. Those are immediate outputs from those activities. Sitting down with teams and being crystal clear on this is what we want to see. From those outputs, we then move on to outcomes. And the outcomes really are a bit more overarching and are built from the outputs that we had set. And then comes the impact, where we are then saying that at a globular level, this is the impact that we have made. So understanding the key objectives, setting those key objectives in place, being clear as well as nonprofits that we are receiving funds from donors, funders. What do they want to see? And all our activities should really work towards that objective, and all the data collection that we're doing should meet the objectives of our funders and donors. Measuring impact would really speak to, firstly, starting with our engineers. And in the context of our student chapters, to what extent have we been a voice of advocacy in changing the curriculum? How are we introducing the notions of human-centered design thinking in our budding engineers? To what extent are our young engineers able to use their hard technical skills to solve for real-life problems? And being able to ensure that our engineers are really clear on their mandate, which is designing and building technological solutions that solve real-life problems. We then move on to the engineers that are in practice. To what extent is there an evolution over time in the design thinking process? To what extent do engineers have community engagements? Sit down with their communities and understand the real crux of their problems so that they're able to engineer solutions that meet or answer those problems. When we then move on to our communities, to what extent are our communities comfortable with engaging engineers? Do they still see engineers as highly technical people that they are not able to communicate with? Or do they see people that are there to help them and assist them, and people who are willing to lend an ear to understand their problems? And this is then again the North Star. What it is that do we want to achieve? We want to achieve a world where engineers employ a human-centered design thinking methodology to solve for real-life problems. Preparing this video for you has been a challenge and an absolute pleasure.